Okay, now this video is about my problem with Claressa Shields and why she will receive no more of my support anymore. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to read to you the comment that I left in the comment section, and I'm going to break it down and I'm going to explain what I meant and why I said it. Now, of course, I understand that this video might upset a lot of manginas out there, but of course, you know, it's a lot of beta males out there that can't stand on their own too, and that's afraid to have a masculine opinion about something. But I'm going to digress on that, and I'm going to get in and I'm going to play this clip, and then I'm going to read to you my comment, and then I'm going to break down my comment and exactly what I meant.
Hi. Well, y'all got the party started, huh? All right. Well, I'd like to thank Eddie Hearn, thank DAZN, thank my manager, Mark Taffel. We had so many changes for this fight. I was so ready to fight against Christina Hammer, and then my heart got broken because she got sick. But overall, I never stopped training. I stayed in the gym. I stayed ready. And my opponent switched about 2 or 3 times, but you guys know I don't really train for my opponents. And Eddie, you said I'm an Olympic gold medalist. I'm a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Hey. The only one in the U.S. No, it's cool. It's cool. But you know, I have so many accomplishments, so I can't really. It's hard to keep up, you know, even for myself. I don't know right now if I'm a unified champion or if I'm close to being undisputed, whatever. I just know I got a whole lot of belts at home. Really, I just been training. You know, I'm not really here to trash talk with, you know, hitting the ranking. You know, I do all my trash talking on social media. Y'all can follow my Twitter at Claressa Shields. Follow my Instagram at Claressa Shields. And you know, only being 6-0 and having 2 world titles at 168, 2 world titles at 160, trying to become unified champion. I don't really have to, you know, keep saying I'm the greatest woman of all time because you guys see it. You know, when you talk about women that box the way that I do, it's only one that's at the top with me, and that's Katie Taylor. Anybody else is like, they're like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. And I think that with me being myself, I'm number 1, and Katie Taylor is 1.5. So that's how great she is, you know, and all the respect to all the women that box. You know, we have more than one fight to, you know, fight. Not just fighting each other, of course, but, you know, fighting for equal pay, equal time on TV. You know, just that equal, you know, we don't get as much sponsorships or endorsements as the men. And everybody want us to play nice, you know, but y'all know I'm not really that nice. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but I'm the greatest one of all time. There's a lot of men that can't beat me, so that's just where we at.
Women's boxing. It's funny to me. They be a champion with 2 fights and talk shit like they're 30-0. As soon as she opened her mouth about that feminist shit, I would have cut her mic. You want equal pay, but don't have to do equal work. I guess you're ugly on the inside as well as the out. Okay. First thing before I even get started, I have to say, feminism and boxing does not mix. I'm going to say that again. Feminism and boxing does not mix. Okay, there's a few things that I can't stand and I don't like in boxing. That is racism, politics, and feminism. Okay, that belongs nowhere in our sport. All right. So now let me get in to break down what I meant by my comment. And the first thing I'm going to say about that is wrong place, wrong time. OK, this is Claressa Shields' first time on DAZN platform. OK, for her to sit up there and display some kind of displeasure with her current situation, I have no idea why she felt the need to do it right then and there. First of all, you are on a way better platform than what you were fighting on. And it's going to expose you to British fans. And as you know, once you got British fans, truthfully, that's all you need. You know, once these guys are with you, they're with you. OK, so British fans are going to be extremely loyal, and it's going to open you up to the world. OK, so not just in the U.S., but over on other sides of the U.S., you know what I'm saying, over there in the U.K. So it is a terrific platform for you to be on. And this is something that's great for your career. You know, so for her to sit up there and get up there and act like she has some type of problem or some kind of attitude or something like that about whatever exposure or whatever she's getting paid, I just thought it was the wrong place and it was the wrong time. And evidently, Eddie Hearn must be aware of what kind of mouth she got, because before he even got on the mic, he said, okay, Claressa, you're going to come up here and you're going to talk, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be respectful. That was him throwing a little hint at her to say, hey, I know you like this and I know you like that, but, you know, keep it a little clean. You know, we don't want to dirty up your image. We don't want people to get a bad perception of you. That's why Eddie said that.
Claressa, you know, you can mix it up a little bit. I'm sure it's going to be respectful. As I said,
you know, but it was the wrong place and the wrong time. Now, she wants to sit up here and talk about not getting paid enough and equal rights between women and something like that. You have to understand, you can't get paid for something that the groundwork has not been laid for. Just like Layla Ali laid the groundwork for you, and that was to bring more eyes to female boxing, you know. So that's what Layla Ali did for you. So you'll be able to come behind and walk behind on that bridge. Now, you're the one that's laying the groundwork for potentially for women to be able to get paid more. Like I said, you can't get paid for something that the groundwork has not been laid for. You are the first person that's going to be able to do that. So after you, then women are going to be able to get paid a little bit more, you know, if everything goes well and you get that exposure. You know, it's very simple. You have to lay the groundwork down first. Now, as far as those equal pay, equal showtime, equal rights thing, look, I'm going to say something right now that ironically is going to offend more men than it is going to offend women. OK, there is no equal rights when it comes to men and women. That's right. I said it. There is no equal rights between men and women. I know some of you don't understand, but I'm going to digress on that, and then I'm going to double back on it. But you can't expect to get paid on the same level as men boxers when women boxing does not bring in the same amount of revenue that men boxing does. OK, I don't know. And I don't know any male in boxing who's able to become a champion by just fighting 3 and 4 opponents. OK, but yet you expect to get paid on the same level as somebody who got a 30-0, 20-0, 25-0 record. OK, how is that equal? How is that fair? That is not fair. OK, women's boxing don't bring in the same amount of money, and that's period. So how do you expect to get paid on the same level as them? With all things in business, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And women's boxing don't make dollars like that. But like I said, you could be the pioneer of the person who's be able to change that. But like I said before, first, the groundwork has to be laid. And that's what you're doing right now. You're expecting something for nothing, and you haven't had to do anything to receive it. OK, that's not right. And that is not how things go. OK, now, doubling back to what I said before about there is no equal rights between men and women. Let me explain what I mean. See, women always want something equal when it benefits them. But when it comes for them to taking the downside, or what I like to call the side of the male, they want to put emphasis on they are a female. OK, let me see what I'm going to explain what I'm talking about right here. See, and this is what I mean. I think we all know. And I think every man wants equal rights when he steps into the court system. And that goes as far as divorce. That goes as far as child support and parenting time. Everybody in the world knows that men get screwed over in court. So tell me, is that equal? Is that fair? OK, you can easily see that it is not fair simply because the man is the man. OK, we've all seen cases after cases after cases of good men, and no matter what sport they're in, no matter what this, that, and the third, that they all get screwed over when it comes to divorce court and when it comes to child support. OK, there is no equal rights for the man between a man and a woman when they enter in a court of law. That is fact. We all know that. Anybody else is trying to deny that, you just a flat out lie. OK, there is no equal rights. But like I said, on this channel, I'm always willing to prove exactly what I'm talking about. Right. Check this out. How many teachers after teacher after teacher after teacher have you seen that has had female teachers, that is, that has had sex with underage boys? One after the other, after the other, after the other. Now, I want you to look at this particular case right here. OK, now this is a teacher who has sex with the underage boy. Not only did she not go to jail, but she didn't even lose her teacher's license. Okay, now flip it on the other side of the coin and make her a male. This dude would be under the jail and some, and in handcuffs. You know, time out the wazoo. This just goes to show you that when it comes to men and women, there is no equal rights. Now, I can't prove it more than I just proved it right there. So anybody who got offended by that previous statement I made, how are you not offended by this? Does this make you upset? Is this equal? No, because it's an illusion. Okay? Equal pay and equal that. No, we are all equal in value, but we are not equal in rank. I'm going to say that again. We are all equal in value, but we are not equal in rank. There's just some things that men rank higher over women over. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that women are ranked higher than men over. That's life, and that's the way it is. Period. For everything that a man has had and everything that we have to ourselves, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, we have always had to create a separate entity for women to feel like they're just as good as us or on the same level as us. You know what I'm saying? Men play basketball. We have to have the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with wrestling. We had to create a platform for female wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Dudes playing football. You know, and we had to create something for them to be able to play in football, even though women's football is a complete joke because, you know, as much as I love to see big asses and thongs, you know, to watch women's football, I mean, it's just flat out ridiculous. I mean, come on now. But that just goes to show you if they wasn't running around with thongs in their ass, who would watch it? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So men always have to create a separate entity or have to create or build on their sport just in order to accommodate women, just to make them feel special. But when do they ever do that for men? You know, and why I particularly have a problem with this, because I don't know what it's like over there in other parts of the world. Now, I don't know what it's like there in the UK, but over here in America, it has become a full-fledged crime to be an alpha, straight, heterosexual male. You know what I'm saying? We living in a society right now where a woman can sneeze on a man's reputation and destroy his entire life. You know, how many times have you seen cases of guys going to jail? I'm talking about doing 10 pieces. You know what I'm saying? Doing 5 years and come out years later. Oh, I was lying. And you want to know what's crazy about that? And this goes back to there's no equal rights between men and women. OK, do you notice a woman can lie on a man about rape? And if it is found that he's innocent, there's nothing that happens to her. See, in my world, in an equal world, it would be whatever time that you were going to give that man, if he was convicted, you give it to the female. But instead, it just found out he not guilty and a woman is let go. OK, that's the same thing you could say with child support. If a man doesn't want to sit up and have a child with a woman and he said, yo, I'm not ready and it's not time, and she just want to have that child, then she can go ahead and have that child and he's forced to have to pay for the kid, which is, there's nothing wrong with paying for your kid. But listen to this. The second a woman doesn't want to be a mother, she can march down to any adoption agency and go let that kid go. And guess what? She doesn't have to pay anything for that kid. But can a man walk away and do that? What happens when a man doesn't want to be a father? Say, look, I'm not in a financial situation. Not only that, I don't want to deal with this woman. It's like, so what? You got to pay for this kid, blah, 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 blah. How is that equal? So this is my problem with the whole situation, her talking about some equal pay crap. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we're living in a society now where it's illegal to be a man. That's why I took personal offense to that. And this is the irony of the whole situation. OK, the platform in which she fights off of was built off of men. OK, and to drive my point even more deeper home, her whole career is supported by men. I don't know no women that'd be like, oh, I can't wait to watch the next Claressa Shields fight. Don't nobody talk about her as far as females go. You know what I'm saying? They may talk about Serena Williams or something like that, but nobody brings up Claressa Shields. So for the most part, her fan base is majority men. I guarantee you it's about 90 or 95% men. Period. It's men. And then you have the nerve to sit up on stage talking about how you would beat up most men. See, everything is about equal. A man should be able to get up on stage and talk about, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't care who they are. I'll beat up men and I'll put hands on women. And most people be like, oh my God, how could you say that? I'm just so disgusted or something like that. When the only reason why you would be disgusted is because he said that he would beat up a woman just because a woman is a woman. And that is shameful and that is disgusting. Well, it is just disrespectful and shameful for a woman to get up on stage, and keep in mind she's on stage with a field with men talking about how she'll beat up a man. That's insulting to a man. So why is it okay if everything is about equal rights? Why is it okay for a woman to get up there talking about she'll beat up a man, and a man can't get up there and talk about he'll beat up a woman if we want everything to be equal rights? You get what I'm saying there? Okay, if it's disgusting for a man to say it, it should be just as disgusting for a woman to say it if you want things to be equal. So like I said before, there is no equal rights between men and women. That is an illusion. We are equal in value, but we are not equal in rank. Period. But like I said, I know this is going to offend a lot of people, and I just felt that I had to break it down and express myself on it, because I'm not going to lie, it rubbed me the wrong way, especially when I see good dudes, lives destroyed, careers destroyed over a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's no joke. You know, there's no guarantee when these men go into prisons because they're getting accused of stuff that they didn't do, that they'll return to the world the same. They could be scarred for life over a lie, and she didn't even have to prove it. And on top of that, she didn't even have to go to jail. So when Claressa Shields sit up here talk about she needs equal airtime and equal pay and equal all that, but you don't have to do equal work, you ain't fighting the equal amount of opponents, and damn sure you ain't fighting the equal amount of caliber opponents, you know, and then getting up on this platform and acting like you have an attitude about it, on top of disrespecting everybody who has laid the groundwork for you, calling yourself the greatest female. Look, I understand that you got to have confidence, and that's cool, and that's no problem with that. But it would be wrong. To me, it would be equivalent to a man getting up there and trying not to acknowledge that he is where he is right now, and the sport is where he is right now, if it wasn't for somebody like Muhammad Ali or some of the greats, or Sugar Ray Leonard or Sugar Ray Robinson or something like that. These are people who helped lay the groundwork for you. And to me, it just comes across very tacky to be so cocky when you haven't fought no good opponents. And even Claressa Shields admitted herself that she has not fought good opponents, good credible opponents, when she was sitting up on her Instagram trying to go at Layla Ali. You know what I'm saying? Just like she's meant to have her opinion, Layla Ali has her opinion. If she felt like there was nobody in the division that she seen as a threat, or that she seen that was special, she has a right to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you have to go and challenge her to a fight. I mean, she's still the daughter of the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you would have respect on just because of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Dante's Boxing Nation, you know, but I still respect what he has done. And I've said this several times before. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with a lot of stuff he does, but I still have respect for what he has done. So if you want to fight for equal pay, if you want to fight for equal airtime, that's cool. Just make sure that all your support comes from them same people that you claim that you're fighting for. So since you're sitting up there fighting for women's rights and fighting for women's equal airtime and equal pay, you make sure that your support system comes from women, and don't bite the hand that motherfucking feeds you. But anyways, that's just my feelings on it. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this is going to offend a lot of people, and more men than it is women. But leave your comment in the comment section, because I would love to hear people's opinions on it. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to see what you guys got to say. Anyways, I'm out. Bruce Vane.
You know, I think it's a great fight. Hopefully she do come in and, you know, try to box me or something. But she try to come straight forward. It'd be an early night. She be smart. Maybe she lasts a little longer. But I'm the greatest one of all time. There's a lot of men that can't beat me, so that's just where we at.